Children call 911 hiding in a Loveland home. Police arrived to find 2 people shot and killed. Tonight, what we're learning about the suspect.
Catching Alzheimer's early is key, but that is not always easy. The new way that researchers say it can be diagnosed through your voice. And sewing used to be a skill that almost everyone learned in school, but that's fallen out of fashion. How a summer camp is trying to bring it back.
And if a job sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
People are working from home, so they're expecting to have more of these interviews.
Contact Denver 7 is sounding the alarm on an elaborate scam preying on our current job market. Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 4. I'm Jessica Porter. We're making calls to Loveland police to learn more about a horrific double murder. It's been just over 24 hours since police arrived at the home on Pavel Court and discovered 2 people dead inside. Most chilling, they found 3 children hiding. It was those children who called 911 to report the horror that they experienced. Police have not identified the victims. Tonight, our Denver 7 team is learning more about the suspect, 49-year-old Javier Acevedo. Police tracked him down in a neighborhood in Erie about 30 minutes away. They say he took his own life. Records show Acevedo had 3 protection orders against him and active child sexual assault and domestic violence cases. Well, the person pulled from a fire at an Aurora apartment complex has died. The fire sparked early this morning at an apartment complex on East Radcliffe Place near the intersection of Buckley and Quincy. Even after the fire was put out, crews spent hours working to stop a natural gas leak at the property. Fire investigators have not said what caused the fire.
By boat and by helicopter, rescuers are working to save people from widespread flooding in eastern Kentucky. At least 16 people died after days of rain inundated creeks and streams. And rescue efforts involved not only just the professionals, but also people just coming to help each other.
You had so many people from the community who just brought their own boat, who brought their kayak, who waded through the water to get to people to check on the elderly folks that are in our community. You put all of that together with our official effort, and it's pretty amazing what happened yesterday.
The storms also knocked out power and cell service to much of the area, making it difficult to know exactly where people are and what they need. Let's turn to the news feed with 2 places in the United States now calling monkeypox a public health emergency. San Francisco and the state of New York are 2 of the hardest hit parts of America. San Francisco's mayor says cases of monkeypox have doubled in nearly a week. Updated booster shots for COVID are expected in September, and the White House says these new shots will work better against Omicron subvariants. Both Pfizer and Moderna say they will have them ready. And those new boosters are changing the plans that the government has when it comes to rolling out vaccine shots. The FDA no longer moving to let younger adults get a second booster this summer. It will now wait until the next generation boosters are out in the fall. Diagnosing Alzheimer's disease can be challenging. It involves all sorts of tests, scans, and money. But a new, non-invasive approach developed by researchers at Boston University could be the future.
We've seen a lot of remarkable work that's happening.
Rebecca Edelmeyer is the Senior Director of Scientific Engagement for the Alzheimer's Association. She has followed the research which suggests a computer can identify Alzheimer's just as well as doctors.
Early detection and accurate diagnosis are going to be critical on getting people on an appropriate care path.
In the study, researchers used computer programming to detect cognitive impairment through voice recordings. Roughly 1,000 people took part. Researchers found the model not only was able to accurately distinguish between healthy people and those with dementia, but it also could tell the difference between mild and severe cognitive decline. Now, while these results, they're certainly promising, Edelmeyer says that further work needs to be done.
Much more research will be needed to make sure that the program itself is able to recognize similar patterns in individuals from different races, ethnicities, and different cultural backgrounds.
Overall, Edelmeyer is excited about the future of Alzheimer's diagnosis and treatment. She estimates that more than 100 different therapies are currently in the works. Now, if you moved from Texas to Alaska, it would take some time, but you would eventually adapt to the climate. And now scientists are using that same concept with plants.
We're taking tree species that, if they could walk, might say, hey, my climate is now 50 miles north, I'm going to go there and now exist there.
How this could be one step in saving species from the effects of climate change.
And looking west towards the foothills, you can see the clouds are building. Stacy tracks another round of storms this evening. And the forecast for the Broncos is looking good. We'll take you to day 3 of training camp, where the offense is really starting to gel.